In July 2024, a worker was involved in a workplace incident inside a warehouse while unloading materials from a truck. During the process, the individual lost balance while handling a piece of aluminum and fell to the ground. Co-workers responded immediately and provided assistance. The worker was reported injured during the incident and received medical evaluation. The event prompted a review of material handling practices and safety protocols for employees working at height or while handling heavy or awkward items. Workers should maintain secure footing and proper body positioning when handling materials, especially on elevated surfaces or vehicle platforms. Using mechanical aids, such as trolleys or lifting devices, and avoiding holding items on the body can prevent loss of balance. Regular training in safe lifting techniques, proper load handling, and situational awareness is essential to reduce the risk of falls and injuries in warehouse and loading operations. In Guangdong Province, People's Republic of China, a warehouse worker was involved in a workplace incident while loading a large industrial refrigerator onto a pickup truck. The worker and a colleague were positioning the equipment near the tailgate when the unit shifted unexpectedly. The refrigerator made contact with the worker during the transfer process before settling on the ground. The individual was reported injured during the incident and taken for medical evaluation. Handling and loading heavy equipment requires appropriate mechanical aids, secure lifting devices, and firm communication among personnel. Using tools such as pallet jacks, hoists, or cranes designed for heavy loads and ensuring all team members understand the movement plan help reduce the risk of injury during similar operations. In Fujian Province, People's Republic of China, a worker was involved in a workplace incident while operating a pressure-forming machine in a manufacturing facility. During routine production tasks, the machine was activated before the worker had fully cleared the operating area. As a result, the worker was involved in an unintended machine interaction. Co-workers immediately stopped the equipment and provided assistance. The individual was reported injured during the incident and was taken for medical evaluation. Industrial machines must never be started until operators confirm that all body parts are clear of the operating zone. Proper guarding, interlock systems, and two-hand controls help prevent unintended activation. Workers should follow standard operating procedures and receive regular training to reinforce hazard awareness. Consistent adherence to machine safety protocols is essential to reducing the risk of injury in manufacturing environments. In China, a construction worker was involved in a workplace incident while performing duties at a building site. During the operation, a crane was lifting a large block of construction material when the lifting cable failed. The block fell unexpectedly and made contact with the worker standing on the ground. Crane operations require strict adherence to load limits, regular inspection of cables, and secure rigging practices. Suspended loads should never be positioned above workers, and exclusion zones should be clearly defined. Workers must be trained to recognize hazards, maintain situational awareness, and follow established protocols when near lifting operations. Proper equipment maintenance, pre-lift planning, and continuous communication between operators and ground personnel are essential to reduce the risk of accidents and ensure a safe construction environment. In Lijue City, Zhejiang Province, China, 4 workers were involved in a workplace incident while moving scaffolding for a painting project on a building. During the operation, the scaffolding came into contact with an overhead high-voltage line. Working near high-voltage lines requires strict adherence to electrical safety protocols. All scaffolding and conductive equipment must maintain a safe clearance from power lines, and workers should wear proper insulated gear. Planning routes for moving scaffolding and identifying potential electrical hazards before work begins is essential. Continuous training on electrical risk awareness and emergency response ensures that personnel are prepared to act safely in environments with high-voltage equipment. In a factory setting, a worker was performing routine tasks at a textile production line when an industrial textile machine unexpectedly engaged while the operator's hand was near its moving parts. Operators must ensure that machinery with moving or rotating components is not active when hands or body parts are near hazard zones. Before engaging any machine, workers should confirm that guards and safety devices are in place and that all limbs are clear of operating areas. Lockout and tagout procedures must be used when setting up, adjusting, or servicing equipment. In an industrial facility, workers were operating CNC machinery during routine production tasks. While the machine was running, the access door was opened, and a component from the machine unexpectedly detached. The detached piece made contact with a nearby worker. Co-workers responded immediately, and the individual was reported injured during the incident and received medical attention. Industrial machinery with moving components must never have safety interlocks bypassed, even temporarily, as these systems are designed to prevent exposure to hazards. In mid-January 2025, an explosion occurred in the storage area of cryogenic gas tanks at a facility where pressurized industrial gases were kept. Prior to the event, gas release was observed around a smaller vessel that likely contained oxygen. A rapid pressure change within the storage area led to a sudden rupture of the tank, and the vessel was displaced from its storage location. The incident was captured on video and reported by workplace safety sources, and authorities are reviewing operational procedures and site conditions as part of the investigation. Storage and handling of cryogenic gases and pressurized tanks require rigorous control measures to prevent pressure buildup and unintended release. Tanks must be outfitted with properly functioning pressure relief systems and maintained in well-ventilated areas, with regular inspection of valves and venting paths. Personnel should receive training on the hazards associated with pressurized and cryogenic gases, and all storage systems should be designed and maintained in accordance with applicable safety standards to minimize the risk of rapid decompression events. In Naberezhny Chelny, Republic of Tatarstan, Russia, a worker was involved in a workplace incident while operating a lathe machine in a manufacturing facility. During the task, the worker leaned toward the equipment as it was running. The machine's rotating components engaged unexpectedly with the individual before co-workers could intervene. Machinery with rotating parts, such as lathes, must not be accessed while in operation, and workers should maintain a safe distance from moving components. Proper guards and interlock systems should be installed and maintained to prevent inadvertent contact, and operators must receive regular training on hazard awareness and safe operating procedures. Lockout and tagout processes should be followed before any adjustments or close interaction with machinery. Regular inspection, adherence to safety protocols, and reinforcement of safe work practices help reduce the risk of fatal incidents in machine shops and industrial environments. In Azcope, Paijan, Peru, a worker at a sugarcane processing facility was involved in a workplace incident while feeding material into a sugarcane crusher. During the operation, the worker lost balance near the equipment and fell. Operating or working near heavy processing machinery, such as crushers, requires strict attention to posture, positioning, and awareness of surrounding hazards at all times. Workers should maintain a stable stance and avoid placing any part of their body within the machine's danger zone, even briefly. All machinery should be fitted with properly functioning guards, emergency stop controls, and interlock systems to immediately halt operation if an unsafe condition arises. Supervisors must ensure that all employees are thoroughly trained in safe operating procedures, including safe feeding methods, awareness of pinch points, and proper handling of materials.